The question of why many Americans love guns is complex. It's rooted in history, culture, identity, and politics. Here's a breakdown of the key reasons. Point 1. Historical foundation. The United States was founded through armed revolution against British rule. The Second Amendment 1791 guarantees the right to bear arms, originally intended to empower militias and protect against tyranny. Guns were essential for survival on the frontier, hunting, protection, becoming part of American heritage. 2. Cultural identity and freedom. For many, guns symbolize freedom, independence, and self-reliance. Gun ownership is tied to the American ideal of rugged individualism, the belief that you should be able to defend yourself, your property, and your family. Some see gun rights as part of their personal liberty, protected by the Constitution. 3. Self-defense and security. Many Americans believe owning a gun makes them safer, especially in areas with high crime or where police response is slow. Home defense and concealed carry are seen as practical measures for personal protection. 4. Sport, hunting, and tradition. Millions of Americans use guns for hunting, target shooting, and competitive sports. In rural communities, hunting is a tradition passed down through generations. Firearm ownership is often a family or community norm, not just a political statement. Point 5. Political polarization. Gun ownership has become a divisive political issue in the U.S. Conservative groups often strongly defend gun rights, while liberal groups push for stricter regulations. This tension has made gun ownership a symbol of political identity, especially in the culture wars. 6. Powerful gun lobby. For example, NRA. Groups like the National Rifle Association (NRA) have lobbied for decades to protect gun rights. They promote guns as part of patriotism and American values. The gun industry is also financially massive, with billions in annual sales. 7. Lack of national consensus. Unlike many other countries, the U.S. has no national consensus on restricting gun access. Courts have repeatedly ruled in favor of individual gun rights, reinforcing the status quo. Final thought. Americans love guns not just because of utility, but because of what guns represent: freedom, history, protection, and identity. At the same time, this deep-rooted culture makes debates around gun control extremely emotional and complex. Here's a comparison of U.S. gun culture versus other countries like Japan, Canada, and Australia, showing why America is so unique when it comes to guns. United States gun culture is deeply rooted. Gun ownership rate, approximately 120 guns per 100 people, more guns than people. Gun laws vary by state. Some allow open carry, concealed carry, and few restrictions. Gun culture tied to freedom, self-defense, patriotism, and independence. Constitutional right. The Second Amendment protects the right to bear arms. Mass shootings, sadly common. Gun violence is a major political issue. Politics deeply divided. Gun rights are a core conservative belief, while gun control is pushed by liberals. Japan, safety through strict gun control. Gun ownership rate, approximately 0.3 guns per 100 people. Gun laws, extremely strict. Owning a gun requires multiple exams, background checks, and mental health evaluations. Gun culture. Guns are seen as dangerous and unnecessary for civilians. Police guns, rarely used. Even police go through intense training before firing a weapon. Violent crime, extremely low. Gun deaths are rare. Cultural attitude, peace, harmony, and trust in government reduce the perceived need for self-defense. Canada, balanced approach. Gun ownership rate, approximately 35 guns per 100 people. Gun laws, stricter than the U.S., but legal for hunting, sport shooting, and self-defense in limited cases. Gun culture, hunting and sport-based, especially in rural areas. Licensing requires background checks, training courses, and registration. Politics, Canadians tend to support gun safety regulations, especially after tragedies. Cultural difference. Guns aren't seen as part of identity or freedom like in the U.S. Australia changed after tragedy. Gun ownership rate, approximately 14 guns per 100 people. Gun laws, strict after the 1996 Port Arthur massacre. Australia banned most semi-automatic weapons and launched a massive gun buyback program. Gun culture still exists for farm use and sport, but heavily regulated. Mass shootings drastically reduced after reforms. Public support. Most Australians supported gun control after the tragedy.